me turn my volume down. Yes, I do. I am here and live at the track and ready for action. We have quite an interesting one. We have 100 laps here at USA International, so it should be a good one. Long race, lots of action to be had.
Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. I realized my mic was crossing over. I got it fixed for you. Thank you for bringing us in there, Austin. But yeah, like I was saying, they changed the nickname there, and it's picking up model for whatever reason, except for a couple of these guys in dirt street stock and such. We'll get it fixed before next week. But Austin, super late model is hard car to drive. Going to be fun fighting that thing around here for 100 laps here tonight.
I think this race is honestly going to be a lot about tire management and when you have to pit. These tires will go down very quickly. They're always really good right off the bat, but once you get in like 10, 15 laps on those longer runs, you may see some green flag pit stops.
10-4, buddy. Well, guess what? It's about time to go down for a national anthem. And when we come back, we'll get ready for qualifying here at USA Speedway here this evening. We'll be right back with you here in a moment, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back at the track in a moment. Alrighty, folks, back here with you as qualifying is getting ready to get underway. And as you can see on the ticker, that was kind of the problem we spoke of early. Sorry about that. There's nothing we can do. We're going to do the best we can with car numbers here tonight. 4 minutes of qualifying on board. Of course, tonight, as you can see, that touch of class auto body up there for the yellow flag this evening. That is our yellow flag sponsor for the evening. They sponsor it over in the Shut Up and Race Street Stock Series. Figured I'd bring them over for one night here on the channel since I didn't have nothing else to fill that spot. So they're on board with us tonight. And it looks like we got the 30 machine out on track right now. Possibly. See here, actually sitting at the end of pit road. Nobody really rolling right now. Taking any times as of yet, Austin. Everybody kind of sitting on pit road right now.
I think that's a very interesting strategy. Some people like to, go out, go for it, and hopefully post the best time really, really quickly. Others like to play it a little bit more strategically and wait for everybody else to see, what their qualifying times are, and then they'll go out and see what they have to beat to get the top spot.
Yeah, and that's the thing here. There's no real right or wrong answer. Looks like the 30 is rolling as we speak off of pit road. And sorry guys, really do not know who's in that car. Unfortunately, due to the scoring error, what we'll call it. He rolls into turns 3 and 4. And Austin, they're going to run out of time here pretty quick. They've only got 3 minutes left. I would think if you're going to go get a lap in, you need to start rolling now.
This is actually really interesting. Nobody is, rolling out yet, which is kind of concerning if I would be them.
Yeah, 10-4. I mean, you're looking 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock as the 30 is going to come around. And he may get the pole just out of default here. Top of the board, 22 flat. And with nobody else rolling, I have to say, now we got the 28 rolling off of pit road now. 28 machines rolling, and one more. But a lot of guys not rolling off pit road at all here tonight.
We're starting to get a little of them starting to come out of the pits now, but very interesting that they waited until this long, especially because it's a group qualifying session, which means they don't get an individual session with the track to themselves, excuse me. So, they could be a lot in trouble if there's a lot of cars on the track, and some things may happen where they might get contact and their lap could be canceled.
Yeah, that's the problem. We just seen it there out of the 28 as he went through turn 1. Had to run a little bit higher. There's a car down there below the yellow, but still forced him up a little bit high. And across the stripe, he may have gotten the fence off of 4. He didn't. He's going to go to the top of the board. 21-6-1-2. 21-6-1-2. Pretty good lap there. Now we got another one, the 9-2-1 machine, 21-9-2-9. Now we got him rolling in here. Here comes Ethan out in the 10. Hey, a car with a name to it. Holy cow. What about that? 1 minute.
A lot of drivers starting to hit the track just now with a little less than a minute left to go.
Yeah, we are. I've got a group of 3 here coming out of turn 4, led by the 10 of Ethan. 1 minute and flat left now, 57, 56, 55 seconds. As we're running out of time here, and these guys starting to pour in some pretty good laps here. Eddie just said in the comments there, my fault for the names. We'll have it fixed before next week. It's alright, Eddie. You definitely threw me for a loop, though, but we're going to make it work here. And, whoa, just as you talked about there, Austin, a little bit of tight coming out of turn 2. A couple of cars nearly getting together.
That's kind of the problem as time is winding down here. We still have a lot to put in their qualifying laps.
10-4. And I want to get everyone to give Austin a big hand. First time broadcasting ever at all on iRacing. Coming out tonight. Austin, you're doing great. And hopefully, not going to make any promises, guys. You'll see Austin a lot more on the channel here in the very near future.
Just wanted, I've started to get into it. I've asked around, and he's been very welcoming and open arms. So I'm looking forward to broadcasting with the channel.
And 4, buddy. Well, let's get ready to go racing. 100 laps is going to be a quick one here tonight, Austin. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's very interesting that only 10 cars got their qualifying laps set. So the number 6, he ran a 21.372. So that'll be the quick time. So I'm sure he will start on the pole for tonight's feature event.
Yep, I'm showing him a 21.373 there at the last moment. He will nevertheless be on the pole. Doesn't matter the time as long as he put it on pole, in which he did. Taking a look here at your starting lineup. The 6 machine out front. Right beside him, you got the 23 alongside. Starting third, the 102 machine. Fourth, the 49 machine. Starting fifth, the 28. Tyler there, 6th in the 04 machine. 7th is going to be the 11. Ethan, and their 8th. 9th going to go to the 921 machine. The 30 there in 10th. 11th is going to be the 27. Starting 12th, the 95. the 15 starting 13th, and our broadcast partner here, who did not qualify and is not racing, well, at least you scored a 14th place spot, buddy, and didn't even get in the car. I mean, Casey there, 15th, 16th goes to the 5 machines, 17th goes to the 21, the 12, 18th, and that's going to round out your 18 car super late model field here tonight. We get ready to roll green flag racing here. Well, Austin, you ready to go racing here at USA?
I sure am. This looks to be a very, very good group of guys, all very closely within the qualifying time, so this should be a really good race.
Well, we'll get ready to go green one last time. Okay, so got a question for you there, Austin. Did anybody exit the lobby at all?
I just had one, but that was really it. Everybody seems to be connected. It is kind of confusing because of the name.
Uh,
Person, it seems like, has disconnected.
well, something about a new lobby, but looks like we're rolling here, so I'm kind of confused on what they're doing. We're going to stay with this until I get word. Just going, I guess. Okay. So we are staying with this lobby, 10-4. Well, we'll get ready to go green here. A little bit of confusion there from the admins on what they actually were doing here. I guess everybody stayed in here and left them no choice but to go with it, I think's what happened. Well, nevertheless, Austin, we're getting ready to go green flag racing here at USA, buddy. So
Yeah,
here
good group
we
of cars.
go.
Looks to be about 16 of them out there on the track tonight.
Yeah, pretty good group of cars out there. And I think everybody's going to stay in here for the most part. Here we go. Out of turn number 2. You ready, Austin? Well, here we go. Green flag going in the air. Here we will be rolling out of turn number 4, and we are green at USA International. Look at the battle up front, side by side right now out front, Austin. Pretty good battle here so far. As the looks to be the 102 possibly out front leading the way in this one. As we head to turn numbers 1 and 2 once again out front in that Hooters machine. The 102 machine leading the way right there to 23 there in second. Third, the 28. Fourth right now is the 49. Inside the top 5 as they come out of turn number 4.
Seems like we might have some lap traffic a little bit early.
And
As the
yellow on
leaders,
the racetrack. Don't know where that happened at. Looks like the 30 may be involved here. Makes it a little tricky to find out. Yeah, he went around there off of turn number 4, making contact with the 27 machine. Both those going to wind up in the inside wall. Yellow out here early, Austin.
this has been a very interesting race so far. A lot of guys aren't being as aggressive as I would have thought. They only have a few good laps on these tires, and then they'll start to go away. So it'll be a very strategic race, as I would put it.
Yeah, and you're already 4 laps in, too. You don't have very long, really, at all. Especially if you start ticking off some caution laps here. It'll wind down in a hurry. Well, Austin, how do you feel about calling the restart here, buddy, when we go back green?
Yeah, sure thing. I am more than happy to do it. So let's go over just a little bit of the lineup so far. So first we have number 102 in the Hooters machine. He's gained the lead, gained 2 spots off of the initial start. You have number 23. He's sitting in the second spot. Apparently didn't lose anything, didn't gain anything too much off of the restart. The number 28, he moved up 2 spots from the 5th position. He is now in the 3rd spot. And going through the lineup, we have a couple of big movers. The 113 of Casey, he started 15th, is all the way up to 9th now. And then number 27, he started 11th and is all the way up to 8th. So a couple of guys to watch out for, but could also be, and again, this is a very strategic race. You got 100 laps. With the tires, you might have to see some green flag pit stops. So we are getting ready to, I believe, go back green here. Maybe not if the pace car pulls off. It looks like we'll take another pace lap. So again, very interesting race here. Guys, not as aggressive as one would expect here with this 100-lap feature event.
All right, here we go. Well, buddy, you're getting ready to send them back green flag racing. It should be a lot of fun. Actually, light's still on the pace car there, Austin. We should be getting one to go this time by, I would think.
Yeah, maybe we'll just have to see if the pace car pulls off. Maybe not. Looks like another one more lap around pacing.
Yeah, and this is the unfortunate part there for these guys. You get amped up, you get ready to go. Now you're running around under caution early. You got to get everything aligned back up and get them back going once again.
It looks like we will have some double file restarts, excuse me. So this will be very interesting on the start to see if the outside spots or is able to get down and tuck right in for that inside lane.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that too. If that outside lane's going to be able to stay in there for this restart. We're getting ready to go once again.
This car is off. Number one,
we're green.
And here we go. We are green flag racing. 102 with a great jump. Number 23 right there on the outside. Right into turn number 1 and 2. Outside group did get down onto the bottom lane. Looks like we have quite a battle. Eve, the 3rd and 5th spot. Number 28 and 49 is going to look to the outside, unable to make a move. 11 taking a 49. 49 makes contact with the wall. That allows the 11 to slips into 4th position. 49 now falling back as a 04 of Tyler. He's moving up now. And the 49 cannot get down. He is stuck on the lane. And there just goes 3 cars past him with ease.
Yeah, that's a good point there. You get stuck up there in the outside lane, you cannot come back down. It's hard to not lose a ton of positions here, especially at USA. Well, what are you seeing out there so far, man? You think the cars are handling pretty good here so far this evening?
I think we're kind of in this weird transition where we had a green and then we had a caution, so maybe the tires are starting to slip off a little bit, lose some of that traction that they once had. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of a slower pace, but maybe even a faster pace as we go a little bit longer through the race and see if we'll make some green flag pit spots. Excuse me.
Sorry about that. I got to interrupt you there. The 5 got in the back of the 921 machine, nearly turned him around. They held on to it, but man, that was close. Right now,
But we do have
Go ahead.
It's like we do have quite a lead with the 102 and the 23, making some room between, I guess, the rest of the pack of cars.
Yeah, they're nose to tail up front, first and second, right with each other right now. The 23 machine looking to jump to the bottom. He'll get down there. He's going to be dead even coming through 3 and 4. Nearly a little bit of blinking there out of the 102 Hooters machine, but he is going to get clear off of turn 4.
We will have a new leader. Let's see if the 102 can slip back down, do a little bit of crossover move, and it doesn't look like he'll be able to get it. The new leader is officially at the number 23.
10-4 on that now. Out front leading the way. The 23 machine leads. The 102 there in second. The 28 in third. That's the way they run right now.
And we're starting to see as we go on through the race, only about 17 laps completed. We have the front pack of cars, and we have that one guy right in the middle, and we have the other pack of cars a little bit in the back. So we're starting to see a big group of cars here up front.
Yeah, pretty good battle in here so far. Really good, clean racing. Didn't know what to expect going into this, but really good racing product right now on the racetrack. As we're
And
go ahead.
sorry, but it looks like the number 27, who started all the way from 11th, is now battling for that third spot, and it looks like he will almost clear him out of turn number 1 and 2. Let's see if we can get him down in 3 and 4, and it looks like he does. So the number 27, 11 to 4th, or 11 to 3rd now, excuse me. He is looking for those leaders.
Alex, there you go. I turned it up for you. I was wanting to make sure you can hear us, and you let me know if it gives you any problems here, but it should be a little bit louder for you now. He was wanting to hear the race cars more. We all do, I do believe. Winning out of 100 complete here already. Nice racing out there on the racetrack right now.
Only one caution so far, so very clean racing. Very, in a line. Nobody's making too many moves yet, except for the number 27, who is now looking, I believe, to the inside, or at least looking to make a pass on the number 102 for second. And we have a caution.
Yellow flag on the racetrack. I'll go see if I can find it here. Do have a problem deep in the pack, looks like. Looks like that may have been Casey running into problems. Go back and take a look here. Indeed, he's turned around off of turn 2. The helmet of 30, we're going at it, and there's going to be a little bit of contact turning that 113 of Casey around. That brought out the yellow here, lap number 23 out of 100. Coming up on a quarter of the way through this thing. Well, you're almost a quarter of the way through here already tonight. What do you think? You think you're going to head to pit road here under this caution?
I would not be surprised if some drivers actually do head to pit road, and it looks like they might. And all the field is going to pit and get on some fresh tires for the next green flag run.
Yeah, it looks like it's the whole field here going to bring them down. 23 out front. You know, heading down pit road here. They'll stop in their box. 4 fresh tires and fuel here. Nice and easy into their box.
But it's actually just fuel, just tires and not fuel. These are fixed setups, so I'm assuming that they might just already have 100 laps of fuel in them to start.
Yeah, probably don't necessarily need it, but a lot of guys may take it. Look at the battle off of pit road. The 04 machine of Tyler able to pick up the spot with a 12-second stop. 2 tires for that number 04 machine. What a bold move for Tyler to get the race lead. 2 tires, and it looked like it was right sides only. 12-second stop there for that 04 machine, getting him the race lead.
Definitely a strategic move by the 04. Let's see if it pays off for him here at the end.
And I do want to say before we go any further, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. And the first broadcast of 2020 for Extreme Sim TV. It's going to be an action-packed year. Some more Super Late Motor Racing coming your way. You also have the AMA Modifieds coming up here starting June the 15th. What about Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series? The Camping Universe Truck Series making their return as well. Austin may be covering a couple on his own. Who knows? Got to talk to him about that. May get him in the booth for a couple on his own. Basically, going to be 7 days a week here on Extreme Sim TV for the next 4 or 5 months or so. I'm completely booked up. It's going to be interesting, Austin, to see what kind of year this is.
These are definitely exciting times. The 2010s just ended, so it's a new decade and a new year. So it's definitely some interesting things.
Yeah, when we get ready to go back green here, we're going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 28 laps when we go green. So again, time ticking out already for these guys. It doesn't take long. Pretty clean racing. I want to see how these right side tires hold up on that old 4 machine here all night long, though.
It was definitely a risk that's pretty much. So if this pays off, this could be huge for him and maybe a lesson learned to the rest of the field.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put money on it working, though. All right, we'll see. They're coming to turns 3 and 4. I'm going to let you turn them loose here, Austin.
Alrighty, we have the 04 and the 23. That's row 1. 02, the 102 and the 27 make up row 2. And here we go. Oh, and we have a little contact, and we are green. The 102 bumped the 04, and it looks like, oh, we have quite a battle up front. Looks like the 04 and the 23. The 23 is going to get him on the outside, so maybe that pit stop did not work out. The 27 now looking to the outside of the 04, following in the 23's footsteps. And it looks like the 27 is going to take out the second position.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that the tires necessarily worked out for him. He's already back to third, falling back pretty rapidly here on the restart. The next one right behind him is going to be that number 95 machine. Right there behind him, side by side, a little bit deeper in the pack here as well. Taking a look at the L102 Hooters machine, trying to fight his way back through the pack. 30 laps on the board this time by.
Looks like the number 27 is going to go and try for the lead 11. So it looks now first, if he clears number 23, and at the line, it'll be number 27 taking over the lead 11th to first here in the first 31 laps.
All right, he's out front now. Can he pull away? That's going to be the question. And it looks like he's going to start putting a little bit of distance there on that 23 machine as they come out of turn number 4, side by side, deeper in the pack. We got a car in the outside fence out of turn number 4. And now they're going to be a car completely sideways contact on 1 and 2. The 28 out of shape. Somehow, some way, they hang on to it. The 15 got in his left rear quarter panel. Great bit of driving by both those drivers to not wreck those cars.
Definitely, but that does create some space, for this lead pack of cars to actually push them away.
Alright, the battle continues up near the front here. The 27 with a bit of a gap over the 23 machine. Again, 34 on the board this time by. Look at the 04 up to 4th there. That's going to be Tyler trying to work his way back forward after everything that he did with the tires. What's interesting is it looks like it's starting to equalize and he's able to hang on there inside the top 5.
Yeah, definitely, but he just actually made contact with the wall and was a little loose off the turn number 4, so maybe it is not working. He's just holding on and fighting those tires as long as he can.
Yeah, for sure. Now, this is interesting here, and what happens here is if he can stay up here, it's going to be a net gain for him as he's all but sideways off of turn number 4. Man, he's having to hang on to that thing for dear life.
and that has allowed the 11 and the 102 to actually reel him
Oh,
in.
there he goes.
And then the
He's in the
104,
fence.
yes.
He held on to it. He tried. I got to give him credit. He fit that thing all the way to the inside wall. He kept it out of the fence. But that's going to cost him all the way back to 8th now. Austin, I'm telling you, man, that just was not going to work at all with these cars.
And it looks like we have a position change as the number 95 has taken over the number 23 for the second spot. And he looks to be pulling away with ease. The 95 and the 27, now your two lead cars.
All right, and I want to bring up a car there, the number 95 machine. I've seen this group on Facebook, the primary sponsor. That is, I support short track racing, and that is just a great page to go follow. You find a lot of short track leagues through that page. Something that's dear to my heart is short track racing. This is what I love more than anything else, and so make sure and go give them a follow there on Facebook. And I tell you what, there's no better racing than this type of racing right here.
Is correct. Good old pavement racing, keeping it the way it should be. Now, I am a little bit of a dirt guy, so I am a little bit biased. But I think dirt and pavement both.
Are you one of
Go
these
excellent.
guys that the asphalt's to get to the racetrack and the dirt's meant to race on, guys?
Not necessarily. I actually would prefer a couple of times to race on pavement, just that way I can learn from time to time and whatnot. But
And,
I used to race on pavement, and it's one of the best times of my life.
and 4. Well, we got a bit of a battle back here around 4th. The 11 and the 102 Hooters machine side by side. Out of turn number 2, that Peak machine alongside the Hooters machine nearly making contact here.
It looks like the number 5 is going to follow the Hooters 102 and pass the 11. So that is another spot gained for the number 5, who has started all the way from 16th. He is now in the top 5.
Nice move there. Ooh, bunch of loose race
Little
cars off of turn
squirrely.
2. Well, now back single file. Out of turn number 445 on the board this time by.
It'll be very interesting to see if we will see any green flag pit stops, as there was some contact with the 5 and the 102. The 102 being pushed up all the way to the high side, and then the 5 getting a little bit loose, and the 102 voicing his opinion. He's very unhappy about that.
Oh, I would imagine so. And it's definitely not happy the way that turned out, but he's going to hang on right now. Well, pretty good racing out there right now as we're nearing halfway complete here tonight.
Looks like we got some interesting data here for you, as the 27, who was your leader, had a near full second of a gap. The 95 has, and it looks like he will be getting even more of it chopped down to about a half of a second to the leader.
It's going to be interesting here. See that battle up front. Now they've gapped the rest of the field by a long ways up here at the front of the pack. 48 on the board this time by. Got 95 leading the way, trying to run down that 27 machine. As we continue along here, 49 on the board. Out of 100.
It looks like the 27 just made contact with the wall, so there could be a little bit of right side damage for him. It looks like the 95 is really getting into him.
Yeah, he's doing a great job closing the gap, as we'll be halfway next time by. The 27 machine's still trying to pull away. But I'll tell you what, he's got company in that 95 machine. As that 95's beating him about a tenth and a half a lap. Every single lap. So he will get there. That's just a question of what he does when he gets there now.
And you can kind of see it, how much smoother the 95 is. It's the 27. The 27 is kind of getting in there and getting a little loose, but the 95 is just really nice and easy on that throttle.
Yeah, he is. As of the moment, they're just keeping it nice and calm. 52 out of 100 is complete. See the 23, a little bit of space there in third. Fourth is the 5 machines. Second and fifth is the 102. The 49 back here as well, along with the 11.
Looks like the number 27 ran up high into 1 and 2. It looks like the 95 might look for a move, maybe not, but he is definitely right on his tail.
Yeah, he's right there off that rear deck of that number 27 machine. And nice battle at the front of the pack. You see that Chevrolet right in front of him. Trying to hold it to the bottom is that 27 machine. He wants to keep that number 95 at bay if he can. But he's still got a long ways to go to hold him back there. As we're coming up on 45 laps to go. Well, Austin, I'm going to give you the call here for about 3 or 4 laps while I step away from the booth for a moment, and I'll be right back with you.
All right. So again, the 27 really starting to lose his lead here as the 95 catches up, and it looks like the number 27 is going to go a little bit high in the middle of the groove. 95 right on his tail. As you take a look through the field here just a little bit, looks like everybody is actually kind of loose, and we actually have a little bit of a movement in the midfield as the 102 is high in the 5, and we can actually put a blanket over the 5th, 6th, and 7th position, all right there within a good second of each other. Looks like the 102 is going to look for a move to the inside, unable to make it. Runs away with a little bit. Actually, the 102 almost touches him. So a little bit of payback may be coming for the number 5 car, who actually moved the 102 completely out of the way. So let's head back up to the front now, as the 95 is looking down to the inside while we have lap traffic approaching up ahead, and he's not going to get the move down in 1 and 2, but he's actually going to get it off of turn 2. Looks like number 27 is going to go on the outside. Looks like it's going to be very interesting. Have a lap car. The number 30 goes high, and it looks like we might have a new leader. It is the 95 on lap 60. 27 is looking like he's going to try and make another move. Unable to finish. Very close. Maybe even a little bit of contact there on the rear bumper. 27 trying to hold on. As you can see, it almost looks like the number 27 is running in just a little bit deeper, but then the 95, again, with his smooth, very consistent laps, might be pulling away here very shortly. 95 actually, he's touching the wall just a little bit. So it might be a little bit of damage there, but nothing too major as it appears. 62 laps now. 95, 27. Those are your front two. Really put a gap over the rest of the field. At least 4 seconds between the 2 leaders and the 3rd spot of the number 23. Almost looks like the number 27 got a little bit loose there off of turn number 4. As the number 27 is staying right with the number 95, so maybe he's learned to ease it off just a little bit.
It's doing a great job right now. As you can see, that pass was made. Good job on the call there, Austin, and back here with you. But it does look like the 27's able to stay with him.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be very interesting to see if we do get a late race caution. That way these guys get an opportunity to pit. But if not, the question you have to ask yourself is it worth it to pit and get a new set of fresh tires and try and make your way back up to the front?
Alrighty, 65 laps in the books here tonight, and a great battle up front for 23 machine sitting there in third. Fourth is the 5 machine. 3-car battle back here for fourth. 49 bringing up that 3-car battle there. That's going to be fourth, fifth, and sixth. Great show these guys are putting on. I'm actually really impressed at the racing we've had all night here, Austin.
That definitely is a lot of good passes made, and not super aggressive, any dirty moves that I have noticed so far.
67 out of 100 in the books. We've got our eyes on this 3-car battle back here for fourth, led up by the 5 machine. He's got that Hooters machine right there with him as they rocket off of turn number 4. Lap number 68 goes on the board here. A nice battle here deep in the pack. Well, not deep in the pack, but they're a long way from the leader. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, a pretty impressive 10 seconds separate them. And it looks like the number 102 is going to give the number 5 a little bit of a shove coming out of turn number 4. And you might be looking to make a pass and unwilling to do so.
Yeah, I think.
Actually, the 102 just made a bunch of contact.
Yep, that was a bump. I'm here. The next corner, I'm just going to move you. Let's go back and take a look at that. See, they made contact off of turn number 4. And then into turns 1 and 2. He just like, nope, I'm coming through. Bye. See ya. Well, that happened.
Enough that number 5 did keep.
Go ahead, Austin.
It rolling, so
yeah, he did. He was able to keep it straight. 71
countering one down a lap. A little bit of separation now from the 95 and the 27, but it looks like the 27 is actually going to come back just a little bit. A very relative distance to the 95.
Yeah, it's a pretty good battle here. Well, 72 out of the 100 in the books here tonight, Austin, and they're catching lap traffic as we speak.
The 95 does not get around lap traffic quick enough. That means that the 27 could jump ahead and use this lap traffic sort of as a block, as you could say, and really take over the pole and just run away with it.
73 on the board right now. We're going to go on board with that number 95 on the nose cam. As you see the distance down there, a couple more lap cars down in 3 and 4. He's going to take him a few laps to get to them, but he will eventually catch them as they rocket out of turn number 4 once again.
It looks like the battle for 4th and 5th position is actually heating up a little bit. The 49 and the 102. 49 looking to make a move as the 102 is a little bit squirrely coming off of the corners to almost spin out.
Yeah, this battle right here along the 4th and 5th position. It's been a heated battle pretty much all night between these two. Well, across the stripe, 76 laps complete. Only about 10 minutes of racing remaining, folks. This battle continues deep in the field. 77 on the board here this time by. And right now, the 95 has kind of opened up a gap here between him and the 27 machine.
A little bit under a half of a second, but that might be growing as we come across the line here. The 27s actually started to hit the wall a couple of the last back stretch. Packed his performance just a little bit as he did hit the wall earlier in the race at the start on that right side.
Oh, continuing along here, 79 going to go on the board this time by out of 100. And I tell you what, and it's going to be hard for that 27 machine to get back to that 95 machine, I do believe.
Yeah, it is going to be very difficult. You know, these tires have at least been going, 50, 60 laps from the last caution. So tire management comes into play. And if we look ahead just a little bit, there is some lap traffic. So if the 27 can take advantage of that lap traffic and 95 can't get through that lap traffic, that could be very good for the number 27. Going back to that fourth and fifth position battle, the 49 and 102. 49 still trying to look for a move, and it looks like he might get it here. Coming off of turn number 2, he's not going to be able to get the run on him, so he will fall back to 5th. '83 laps now on, right? Actually, 82. Sorry, 83 should be complete here very shortly. The 27 is starting to fall off just a little bit. I wasn't able to catch what happened, but his pace has almost dropped I guess it's technically dropped just a little bit, as the gap is almost about a second now.
Yeah, the gap pretty
The 95
close.
Lap traffic here shortly is a 28 in a 9th spot, so they are coming up very quickly to actually almost the rest of the field completely.
Yeah, now this is going to be interesting. The 95 is going to have to pick his spots. Where does he want to pass this lap traffic? You don't want to give up the lead that you have right now. With just under 16 to go, coming to 15 to go right now. You know, you don't have the biggest gap in the world back to the 27 machine. He's got to pay attention to what he's doing here. As they exit turn number 2 here. And looks
goes
like
down onto the inside. The number 28 will now be a lap down. Let's see if the 27 will follow suit. And it looks like he might be just a little bit too far back to actually capitalize on the move. So that now puts a lap car in between your leader and the number 27 car.
Yeah, and these lap cars are doing a very good job of kind of just getting out of the way for the leaders and letting the leaders go, not trying to play a factor in this race with only 13 laps remaining. The I Support Short Track Racing Super Late Model out front. Hollins leading the way and doing a great job at it. 12 laps to go this time by. He's got a 1.3 second lead over that 27 machine. And as long as he don't run into any major problems, I don't see that 27 able to run him down at all here.
Well, this here could be probably...
Right here's that best opportunity. Looks like Discord messed up on us a little bit there.
Maybe it would work into the 27's favor.
Yeah, maybe so. Discord messed up on us there for a moment, but that 95 cutting through lap traffic kind of like butter here. He's getting all the right breaks he needs. He'll jump to the bottom. Gap still 1.2. 9 laps to go this time by, and Collins is clear of pretty much all the lap traffic that I'm seeing here. So he's got a nice little gap up in front of him. We're going to drop back to the 102 machine, still battling there for fourth. Now with the 49 machine right there with him.
Yeah, and it looks like the 15 has also kind of made a little bit of progress as he jumped ahead of the number 5, who was actually up ahead of the 102 and the 49 earlier in the race, excuse me.
Yeah, that 5's got some front end damage on that machine. That's going to be hindering that machine just a little bit with 8 laps to go. Now looking right in front of him, the 15 there as well. As we continue along, that I Support Short Track Racing 95 machine. 7 laps to go this time by.
Slowly but surely pulling away from the number 27, as the 27 just now got through that last lap car of the number 11, excuse me.
But man, that 95's been on a rail all night long. And he continues to be as we run right now.
Looks like the number 5 was gonna pull in there. His night might as well be done for with all that front end damage. However, I am surprised that he's not, gonna go try and finish the rest of the race with only like 5 laps left.
Now 4 laps to go. And that 95 machine of Collins pulling away here. It'll be 3 to go at the stripe. And unless there's a caution, I don't see anybody catching him at all here.
Yeah, I mean, a second and a half of a gap, that is a lot to cover in like 4 or 3 laps. It's almost impossible, especially with this type of tire where it's unseen unless he drastically just misses his line. I think the 95 has this.
Me as well. 2 laps to go this time by. And I tell you what, he's done a great job. Looking at the battle here for fourth. The 102 still trying to hang on in front of the 49 machine with 2 laps to go. That's going to be your closest battle on the racetrack, really. We're getting ready to get the white flag.
It looks like the 49 got a little bit too low coming off, so he will lose just a little bit of momentum. However, his entry and exit in 1 and 2 looks a lot better than it does in 3 and 4.
Final lap, 1 lap to go. The 95 of Collins out front through 1 and 2. Now onto the back straightaway. Here he comes. Wait, no, checkered flag is out. Actually, got to him a little late there. Congratulations for Collins. Out front, going to get the win here in the season opener of the Northwest Racing Association's Super Late Model Series. Congratulations again to Collins there in that 95 machine. 27 will bring home second. Third will go to the 23. Will be your top 3 this evening. And he'll bring that car to victory lane and do a little bit of a donut here in that 95. Congratulations to Collins. Great win there in that I Support Short Track Racing machine. What a great night of racing it was here tonight.
Definitely, it was very clean. It was a nice, solid 100 laps. Only think we had like one caution maybe, and that was early at the start. Other than that, it was clean racing, and it was wonderful.
All right, we're going to take you through your finishing results here. 95 with the win here of Collins. due to the door number, I can kind of figure door name. I can kind of figure that one out. Setting second, the 27 machine. Third is going to be the 23, the 102. Fourth, fifth is the 49. Sixth here tonight, the 15, the 11th, seventh. Eighth goes to the 28 machine, the 21. Ninth, 10th goes to the 5 machine. 11th goes to the 921 machine. And 12th to the 30, the 04 13th. 113 gets 14th. 15th goes to the 10 machine. 16th is going to go to the number 6 machine. The 13 machine, 17th. And 18th, it goes to the 12. Well, that's going to do it. Unfortunately, no interviews tonight due to kind of the scoring area. It'd be kind of hard to even attempt it. But congratulations to your race winner. And congratulations, Austin, on your first broadcast, buddy. Went really well. I'm sure we'll have more coming up with you in the near future, bud.
Yeah, it was awesome to do this for the first time. It was something, I never thought of that I was interested in until I, started, talking to a group of guys. I got into the Facebook page, and that's how I really got started. So it was fun. I had a great time.
Alrighty, guys. Well, this has been Matt with Extreme Sim TV, along with Austin, officially with Extreme Sim TV. Everyone have a great night. Stay safe, and God bless. We'll see you probably tomorrow evening. I think, yeah, I do have one tomorrow evening, so I'll see you tomorrow evening. Until then, stay safe. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one.